All right, everyone. Oh my gosh, what a goober. We it is, I don't even know what it is, October 6th. And yeah, here it is. October 6th. Yay, that's I have the cheat. Welcome to Team Time for those of you, Nicole, who are here. Thank you for making the effort and being here. And for those of you watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. Let's kind of go through. First, I want to welcome Michelle. Thank you to you. You were our new duck in our pond in September. We're happy that you are here. Here are our top sellers. Congratulations to everybody whose name is listed here.
I can't see.
And oh, hold on. Let me start again. Let me share my screen. That'll help. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. All right. How about now? Yay! Welcome to Michelle for being here. Good job, Michelle. We're happy you're here. And here are our top performers for the month of September. Congratulations to everybody whose name is here. And then this is our total team sales with one recruit. Way to go, team. Here is everybody who contributed to that 10,000 plus dollars. Thank you very much. All right, some important dates that you're going to want to know. I wanted to show you. So this is a list of all the dates. If you are a director, nobody yet, but if you're a director, the red highlighted items are for October. I wanted to show you quickly where you can find this. Can you see this screen? Can you see this screen? Okay, so you go to Consultants Corner, you go to links, you go all the way down here, upcoming webinars and events, and this is where you can register for all of these things. So make sure that you do that every month, all right? That you will find, again, in the start. All right, next up, here's everything that's happening. Again, read the start. Sorry, Daisy, you're not coming in. And also she'll probably keep bothering. So definitely want to point out our side hustle, the slice into something new, $19.80 kit. It's basically the Heartstone and all the paperwork and the business materials that you need. The Celebrate with Us, I'm going to talk about in just a minute. Here's all the things that you can do for new consultants. Here's the new things that are happening for booking parties. 60% off this month, also October or November, and also in December, in case you didn't know. And if you aren't using Table, do it. It's amazing. I'm going to share a little bit. We have new holiday products. We're going to talk a little bit about those. There's some weekly sales coming. So make sure you're just staying up to date. This is what you can earn with October sales and recruiting. You can get the napkins. You can get with 1,000. You can get a set of 4. If you get 2,000, you can get a set of 8. And you can also earn the placemats for recruiting. So make sure you're looking for all of these things on Consultants Corner. All right, Weekly Wow. This is important. This is designed by Pampered Chef to help you. They announced this. I posted in the team page, and these are things that you're going to want to focus on. If you have, if you're going to be making a video or making posts, make sure it lines up with this weekly wow, because that is going to get these things in front of people. I would even encourage you. So like the 1st through the 12th, we have the Rapid Prep Mandolin and the Food Chopper. They're going to showcase the roasting pan on tomorrow for the Pampered Chef Live. But you want to showcase these things. Like I would be showcasing the pizza stone coming up, and then have the sneak peek of all these pizza essentials. Like, don't post this, but you start prepping and laying the groundwork, creating the desire for these things like the week ahead of time, so that then if someone's interested, you can say, hey, I'm having this sale, pay attention, keep track. If you're not tracking things, if you're just posting and not going back and looking at who comments and who likes, you need to make sure that you follow up on that. Okay. So anyway, look for this. Let's talk a little bit about bookings. So November and December, it's very important. And if you've been around for any amount of time, what we do now affects our days. our business 30, 60, and 90 days out from here. So you really have to get your October full. If your October isn't full, there is a bunch of resources. I'm going to share some words in our team page so that you'll be able to use them. But you want to focus on tools and giftable favorites right now before the holiday rush and before they're gone. Some of our new products are already gone because they were while supplies last. They were, limited quantities. First off, they were while supplies last because Pampered Chef doesn't want to overbuy things that are only for a season. So that was one thing. The next thing is they had issues with when the tariffs went in to get products. They were taught thinking they were going to be able to fill as the season went on, but now that affects things. So there are some things that are already gone. We can gripe and complain and whatever about it. It's really not going to help you. So you can be mad for it about a minute and then go, okay, well, we're moving on. It is important though that you let people know. So here are the top products that I think we should be promoting and talking about while supplies last, while supplies last, while supplies last. Grab them quick. That's going to create urgency. So the hot chocolate set is great for gift giving, the gingerbread set, the vanilla, the cinnamon plus, the roasting pan. If you haven't seen that exclusive um, uh, pan set for the hosts that has the salt and pepper grinders, the new ones, that is only for hosting. So you can promote that. And if someone is interested in that, say you have to host to get it, or you can just purchase that new roasting pan. And I will tell you, I have the new roasting pan and it's pretty amazing. It's very lightweight, but much more sturdy than that little tin foil thing that everybody uses. The mitten tongs, the new little mitten tongs, they are not red, they're kind of pink, but they're $12. And that's such a great gift to get. You can get the tongs and then wrap them up real cute, and that's a cute little gift to give to people. So Nicole, any ideas for you for tools that you think people would want to get right
So
now?
for me, I always do a lot of my stuff. I kind of break my people always into two categories of if you're hosting or if you're attending. And so I kind of do some back work from that. And I always ask people like, what holiday is your favorite? Like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. And then I like work build a relationship with them and I'll ask them, okay, if they like Thanksgiving, I'll send them the Thanksgiving cookbook, like with the raspberry stuff or raspberry wreath and how to cut a turkey and all that kind of stuff. If it's Christmas, then I always send them the Christmas cookies. And then if it's New Year's, I send them the sips and apps one. Like I've done that forever. And
Smart.
then in like the about like 2 or 3-ish weeks before their order deadline for their specific holiday, whichever one they like, then I'll say, hey, I don't know if you got a chance to look through there, you've made menu planning or whatever, but what would you think about getting a party together for Thanksgiving? Because I know it's your favorite and I know you have people over. Like I kind of break people up into if they're hosting or if they're attending, but I do the first work of which holiday is their favorite so that if
Smart.
they're hosting that event, I kind of work backwards and do it that way.
That's very smart. Very, very smart because it gives you kind of a lead in. So
Yeah,
good.
it gives me a lead in. So like right now, it's on my to-do list tomorrow to be like, hey, like I always annoy people and I do, when does the Christmas tree go up? And I do it now because people know I'm annoying and want to put it up already. And so that kind of gets people thinking about it and that gets a lot of traction on my holiday start. And then I will do like in a week or two, I'll do the which holidays your favorite, Christmas, or Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and then I kind of plan it out based on when the order date deadlines are.
Very smart. And I posted those order deadline and it's pinned in the featured. So everybody make sure you look at that. Okay. Um, you definitely also want to make sure that you are front loading your November because honestly, what happens to me and has happened to me for 26 years and happens to lots of people, once the holidays come, it's kind of crazy in our minds, even though it's not like the world shuts down. It's not like people aren't shopping. It's not like people that won't host, but it's easier to get someone to commit to hosting now for November than waiting till it clicks the calendar over to November. So you definitely want to get um, your November, and this says November, but December also, get those booked now. And then before Thanksgiving, you want to get your starting on your January. Because what's going to happen is if you're consistently asking people, you're going to get people that say, wait till after the first of the year, wait till after the first of the year, go ahead and book them. Some things that are going to be enticing for hosts is they can stack all these offers so they can earn the free and discounted products. I had somebody who just hosted and she didn't get anything really for her kitchen. She got it all for gift giving, all for gift giving. So if they say, oh, I don't really need anything, great. How about hosting to give your friends the opportunity to purchase for them or for gifts and then use all your rewards for gifts? So, tips for the holidays and to make things easier, especially not even just holiday meal prep, but just with the craziness of holidays with kids going to band concerts and to performances and all the extra activities that people have. They need to know how to make dinner easy. And of course, special gatherings, but then and they can host a holiday pop-up. That's what I have found is working better than calling things a show or a party, is calling it a pop-up. It for the host, it tends to make them feel like it's not as involved. And so basically what I'm saying is all you have to do is follow my steps and I will give it all to you guys, the host coaching for your host, and you just say, all I need for you to do is use the words that I give you to invite enough people. Once that happens, I will take over the rest. Okay. And if you don't have the host coaching words or the guest coaching words, if you're using Table, I am happy to give them to you. So make sure that you're asking. Any other ideas for the current host offer? The cool thing is it's 60% off. So I call that a make your own special. What's the one thing you would want and you would wish it was on sale? So Nicole, do you have anything else?
I think one thing like that I have found in the past is keep in mind that November and December is really important coming from somebody that is this. We are big on tradition this time of year for everyone. So unless something is around that or has a reason for that, it's going to be very hard to kind of get your foot in the door if it's not tradition based. So, my suggestion is to either one, spin it so it is, like you make cookies every year, well here let's do a cookie party. You do this every year, well here let's do that. Like spin it that way or get your foot in the door now so when those traditions come up, it's easier. Or tell them a way that they can make that tradition easier, whether it's a recipe or a product or a party or shopping or whatever it is. Like
Mhm.
you gotta think like, okay, I'm trying not to go on a tangent. Okay, people complain all the time about the reason why, why is Christmas stuff in there now? Well, because people want it now. Like if Walmart has stuff out, don't you think a multi-billion-dollar company has done the work to decide of whether or not is the time to talk about Christmas stuff? You
Yep.
know how I know it works? Because I bought Christmas decorations that were dinosaurs yesterday. So it works. So that's what I'm saying is like it's okay for you to think about this now. Your waiting is like postponing a paycheck.
Yeah.
Like don't do that. Like do that now. Like think about the tradition now. Think about the reason why now. Think about all of that stuff like now.
Good. That's good. I'm going to give you some words that you can use for this. You will find this graphic in our team page, and underneath this graphic will be the words. So that you can use. You can update them yourself. I've talked a billion times about how you can go find message templates in Consultants Corner. If you don't like these, you can chat GPT it up, you can change it, you can do whatever you want. But I also have 2 different social prompts that you can use that will help engage the questions and talking about hosting to get people engaged. Okay, so look for this, and then that will help you. So if you, I'm going to plug this again. If you are not using the emoji booking messages and the follow-ups, you need to do this or something. It's in there. And I cannot say it enough. If you are asking 1 person or 2 people a week or just posting on Facebook, your business will reflect that. You have to be consistent and you have to ask at least 5 days a week, maybe 4 days a week. You have to send messages to people and then you have to follow up. I've trained on this. It's there. I'm not going to train on it again. But if you need it again or you need to know where it is, ask me and I will let you know. Okay. Please, please, please make it a priority to make booking messages and the follow up to those messages every single day that you work. I only do it Monday through Friday. I don't know. Nicole, what do you do? You have to do it.
So I set a goal for myself to do 75 to 100 messages a week.
Okay.
So if that means that, like, I know Tuesday and Thursday, Kason does jujitsu. Most of the time while he does jujitsu, I'm watching him, but I will send booking messages while I'm sitting there too. Um, but I also know that there's a good chance, like, I'm not going to do anything Friday when Kyle's home from work. So I try to do the majority of my messages Mondays and Wednesdays. So I don't necessarily shoot for a certain amount every single day because sometimes that's just not possible. Like last Wednesday, I couldn't do any because we had a thunderstorm. We lost some power a few weeks ago. My window was leaking. Then I had PTA meeting. Like there's some days I can't do that. So I shoot for a week at a time and I kind of like I keep a sticky note next to my desk of like how many I'm at after every time I sit down. So I try to shoot for that many a day, like, or not a day, but a week. So I have a bigger picture so I can break it up. So if I get 75 done on Monday, like, cool, I'm done. I'm done. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. And that needs to be whatever it is, you have to do it. For me, it works to do mine every day because I come to my office every day. I don't have the interruptions. If I happen to miss because somebody wants to go to lunch, great. I'll just add those to the other. But you have to make sure that you're doing it. Posting, I'm going to say it again. We tell our hosts, you cannot just post that you're having a Pampered Chef party. You have to private message them. You cannot post that there's a great special for hosting in the month of October, November, whatever, and expect people to respond. And you have to follow up. There's a tracking sheet. You have to track. Who did you do? Okay, I'm going to belabor this too much, but please do this. All right. So now that we've kind of talked about, let's talk a little bit about the holiday season and how it can help other people. Okay. A lot of people need money during the holidays, and you can earn money. And there's, I think, 5 more paychecks before the holidays. And we can offer that to other people, especially with the $19.80 Hearthstone kit. So people need money during this time, and it's a perfect time for us to share this opportunity. There is going to be a special opportunity event if you haven't seen from Pampered Chef, and our organization is going to start doing an opportunity group where you can add people, and there will be something every week there also. So here's just some words that you can use. And I will post these in the under this picture in the team page. I'll post words that you can use. And it will help you. But again, you have to ask people, you have to Um, just like your bookings, you have to offer this to people. Otherwise, they're not going to know. Um, I do want to address a little bit about something that I know is true because in my business, I have felt this in the past 26 years, at least a couple times. Sometimes when we don't have the bookings that we feel we want, it makes it very difficult to share the business. Okay, so I understand that that's real. You can always offer someone to host first, use their kit credit, then it benefits them and it benefits you. But I will tell you, in the long run, it benefits you and someone else more if you offer the business first. Um, there are always more people to host parties. So I just want to address that. Do you have any comments on that, Nicole?
I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I mean, like, okay, let's just play a game. How am I gonna not feel that way anymore? I'm either gonna have to do the uncomfy thing with and ask people, or I'm gonna have to get some parties on my calendar so I don't feel that way. Either way, I have something to do on my to-do list besides
Sit and
doing what
go.
I'm currently doing. Well, I wanted to say a naughty word, but I
I
wasn't going to.
understand. I know you did.
Besides witching,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's holiday themed.
Everyone knows what you mean.
Yeah, they should.
100%. But I want uh, the scarcity mindset of I can't offer someone the business because I don't have any bookings is not the best place to be. If you ask enough people and you follow up enough, not just ask once and then go, oh, and enough people, I guarantee you, is not five in a week. I'm just telling you that right now. So it
Yeah,
has to
okay,
go.
hold on. I'm gonna soapbox. I'm so sorry. Okay, if I have one more somebody tell me that they have sat down to work and they've messaged 10 people, like, I'm sorry, you didn't work. You like played pretend with your business. Sorry, you played pretend. You're not really a Pampered Chef consultant. I'm so sorry. Like, I can't, it's driving me insane. Like, when I go to the consultant scoop or when I go to any group and I say, here, people, I've messaged 5 people. Like, okay, seriously, why would you expect a person? Let's just use my son. Why would I expect my son after 5 times to know how to ride his bicycle? He's gonna have to practice more than that. So, like, you're not off the hook any more than my kid is of learning how to ride a bike. So, if my mom won't be mean and harsh, I will be because I don't care. So, if you want to have a good business, stop playing pretend with your business, please. Like, send more than 10 messages, be a grown up, actually practice. So sorry. I'm off my soapbox. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's a good one.
It's driving me
So,
crazy.
well, yeah, you do. And after a period of time of learning how to ask properly, the statistic for bookings is 1 in 10, or used to be. I honestly believe now it's closer to 1 in 20. So for every 20 people you ask, you are going to get one booking. And then the better you get at asking and the better you get at the verbiage and the interaction and the building the relationship, that number will go down. It's going to be more for recruiting. So we all know. So once you get the booking, this is what I want you to do. I want you to ask your host if they have ever thought about doing something like Pampered Chef and they would like to turn this party into their launch party. And I know that's scary, but I challenge you to do it because it's going to benefit you in the long run and it's going to benefit them, obviously. So anyway, enough about that. I will post some words that you can easily copy and paste because you won't be able to copy and paste these. There are going to be some story prompts and some, some other things that you can use, and it'll be spelled out in there. Okay, let's talk about this. On October 16th, so you do know, maybe you don't know, the 45th anniversary of Doris's very first Pampered Chef party is October 15th. She went to her friend's house. She used a pizza stone. She made a frozen pizza. What?
Point of interest, Doris Christopher didn't want to go to her party. She was on the way there. It was really rainy and really stormy. She called her husband crying outside of that person's house and said she didn't want to come. And guess what? She did it anyways.
Thank you very much.
Just saying.
Okay, so she made a frozen pizza on a pizza stone, on a round stone, and she sliced up some vegetables with some of the other tools, and she put it on top of there. So on October 16th, we're having Pampered Chef is doing From Pizza to Possibilities, and it is your job to promote this. And you need to promote it, I'd say, every 4 or 5 days from now until then, maybe more. And Pampered Chef is going to do this live event, and hosts and guests and everybody can come, and they get to hear about the business. Okay. So make sure that you are registered for it, and make sure that you are sharing it with everyone else. Okay. So they can figure out if Pampered Chef might be a fit for their lives. All right. I want to go over this again. This is the power of follow-up. So 10% of sales are made in the first and second and third contact. 10%. Oh, the other 90, that's wrong. The other 90% of sales, oh, sorry. Another 10% is made in the fourth contact. And usually it takes 5 to 12 contacts to make up for 80% of the sales. Okay. Apply this to bookings. Apply this to recruiting. Okay. 84% of all salespeople quit after the first contact, whether you're asking for the booking, whether you're asking for them to shop, whether you're asking them to join. You as the consultants, we as the consultants, stop after 48% of us stop after the first contact. Another 24% stop after the second. So you might say, hey, I thought of you, blah, blah, blah. And you, whatever, hosting, buying, recruiting. And then we stop. And then another of us will go, hey, just checking to see if you saw my message. And then we give up if they don't respond. And then another 12% give up after the third one. Hey, check it back again. And then 6 wave the white flag after the fourth contact. So that means over half of salespeople quit after the first follow-up. 90% quit soon after. And so 10% of the sales people persist, and 80% of the sales are made after that fifth one. So you have to do the follow-ups. And if you're trying to get bookings, that booking emoji bookings is in there, and it has the exact follow-up of when to do it and what to say. So try to be in this top 10%. Try to do that. Commit to yourself. That's what you have to do. You have to commit, and you have to be willing to do the work. I think Nicole had posted, didn't you just post something about doing it when you don't want to do it, showing up?
Yeah, I was really angry and I didn't want to work my business, but I did it anyways.
Yeah. Good job. Yeah. So we have to follow up. What is this? Okay. So here we are. Don't forget what we are. Ducks. Determined, united, committed, kind, and supportive. And I really want you to remember this. And I want you to feel this. And I want you to live this, because you have to set a goal. You have to go for it. We have to work together. Stay committed. Show up every day or whatever days you're working. Be kind to everyone, including yourself. If you have a bad day, it's okay. Have a bad day. Don't turn it into a bad week or a bad month or whatever. Have whatever. Call someone if you need help, and let someone be kind to you to build you up, and be supportive to each other. Okay. So
Wonderful color scheme choice there, Wawa.
Oh, thank you so much.
Loving it.
All right, let me stop sharing. And then, all right. Do you have any questions or comments, Nicole? Anything specific that I can help you with since you are here?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. And you're partying only on table right now? Oh, what?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
something.
I just thought of something. Or did you change any of your September add-ons in the party for October?
No, I kept
Okay,
exactly the
the
same
same thing. Okay.
for October.
'Cause-
I was gonna maybe look at it, but for right now, I don't think it's necessary. I think it's fine. I tried to make it okay. So for those of you that might be watching, she's talking about the extra outlines in table that you can post if you want to do a little extra. It's not necessary, but it's the part that goes in the table talk for the consultant announcements, the fun and games, and the say hi to the host part. And it is important if you want to do that. There's an easy way to do it, and so there's outlines that you can schedule. And so I created the ones that I'm using. You can have them if you want them, and I will walk you through how to do them. Um, and so I did it in September, and I'm using the exact same ones um, in October. I might change and do some fun like Thanksgiving themed games in November, and then do some fun Christmassy looking or Hanukkah ones um, in December. So, but no, I didn't do anything different. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's all I had. It went fast because there weren't a bunch of us, but hopefully you guys will be watching the replay. Thanks for being here, Nicole. Love you.
Love ya.